her advice and how to receive.
So, guys, hello and welcome back to the Talk Podcast. As you guys can see, this is Abba and Preach. We are not here necessarily for the two of them, but I found this video on their YouTube channel. And you guys know I do watch a lot of Abba and Preach. I cannot even remember how I found them or how, but I've been watching it for some time now and it's always entertaining. And I love how they, give their take to different topics. Anywho, today, they are reacting to the situation of the wizard Dizzle, or I don't know, the wizard something. I'm so bad. The wizard Liz. Am I going to keep that in? Yeah, the wizard Liz. I'm going to keep that in. Sometimes, yeah, it happens. Anywho, I've seen a clip, like, recommendations pop up on your timeline. I remember clicking on it, but I left immediately or quite in the first few seconds because I wasn't really relating. I wasn't sure what she was talking about. I remember it being something about how you kind of up your game, something similar to that topic. But I didn't watch it, but I definitely know who we're talking about in the sense of she's a YouTuber, she's well known, she's a social media personality, and she gives advice or motivational speech to her audience. I think I'm not sure. I think most of her audience are women, or her target audience is women. And now, unfortunately, there's this thing going around that she is in a relationship but has been cheated on. And it's a very fresh relationship. It's been about 7 months. She's 4 months pregnant, and this dude cheated on her. And I guess the take from where people are coming from is going to be, oh my God, how dare you cheat on this beautiful woman? And especially not only like, how dare you, but people are shocked, I guess, that it happened to her. That how can you be this top-notch advisor, dating coach, good looking, all that good stuff, and then you got cheated on? Like, how could you see the red flags? I must say here, the smartest person on this planet can get cheated on. Like, if someone else decides to do whatever with their body and go out of you guys' agreement, relationship plan, are there obvious the red flags? Yes, in so many cases they are. But I'm just trying to put that out in general, that if someone else decides to do you wrong, they are going to do that. You can be the smartest person on earth, but if they are choosing to outsmart you or go behind your back or do something sneaky, well, it will happen. And even if you were like, looking out for it and all that good stuff, they still choose to do it and you were in it because you're having hope. Well, it happened. Okay. And it's painful and it's bad. And I want to make clear that I'm not here to make fun of people's traumatic, bad, sad, painful love relationship, hard, no, we're not making fun of this, but we're trying to see if there's something that we can take out of this, what we can learn, something we maybe recognize, some patterns, whatever, right? We're just trying to take a look and see what we can take out of it. Something else I wanted to point out is I noticed, and it's not too fair to say because if I'm very honest, this is maybe two or the third example, but there's something interesting happening on the internet where you do have, and this goes for different genres, right? You have people who come to the forefront and say, I'm an advisor, I'm a professional in this, I'm the coach, mostly coach. There's something about coaching in the last few years that has just gone, nuts. And they come out, they give you all these advices, they portray themselves to be whatever, they're living this life that they are selling to the audience. And over time, it's going to come out or turn out to be not true, not the case. They have been suffering and smiling, or they have been lying, or, I'm trying to point out that in general, people should have that understanding that when you're consuming whoever on the internet, just be aware that things for the person that you're looking at, or maybe even perhaps admiring, things might be different. It might not always be what they are telling you or what they're trying to sell to you. Now, if someone is telling you something that is a good advice, obviously take it, right? But just don't get caught up in the person, because we never really know the people. They're just, showing themselves, clicking on the video to start and clicking the video to stop, right? Does that make sense? And also, I want to say that I believe for most people, because there's something about me that actually do want to believe that a large majority, like a large number of us, hopefully the majority, but I don't know, otherwise things would be better. But I would like to believe that most people don't do things intentionally with like, yes, I'm going to go and start doing motivational speech because I want to harm someone, because I want to lie to someone. I don't want to believe that is always the case. Do I know that that happens? Yes, there are always going to be people who are going to tap into certain ventures or situations and take advantage. They know how to talk smooth, and they're going to sell you whatever they need to sell you to make a buck or to get attention or whatever. So be aware that that can happen too. And also put to the side that, you know what, sometimes these things happen. It wasn't their intention, or they got caught up, they got overwhelmed with the whole situation, or shocking, they're just human. Okay, and like they're just human, and who hasn't caught themselves doing that, especially in friend groups or with like siblings relationships? You're always so good to give an advice, but do you actually apply them? Or how difficult is it to always apply what you like? You know, you want to give good speech to people, you want to motivate other people. For some people who do that, they're actually trying to motivate themselves. So don't get it twisted. I'm trying to point out that whoever is consuming whatever, just be aware that if there's something good and true and smart, I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to get caught up with this idea, this persona. I'm not going to idealize everything. Okay, long introduction. I hope you guys had fun with that. So let's start the clip.
I repeat, the wizard Liz. Liz is intelligent, beautiful. This bum single-handedly created millions of more female villains.
And then I was thinking to myself, why is it that everyone is always obsessed with me?
So that was Liz, and that was somehow wild to hear. I don't know.
This bum single-handedly created millions of more female villains.
And then I was thinking to myself, why is it that everyone is always obsessed with me?
Wizard Liz is considered probably the biggest female life coach. She offers a lot of advice.
I know that you guys need my help. That's why I'm here.
You have to create another version of yourself.
2023 is about to come, and we are gonna get confident right now, right here.
When you find the clown shoes, I want you to take them and put them on, because that's what you are. That's literally what you are. You're just a clown.
Stop doubting yourself.
I'm proud of you.
Realize that nobody cares if you're lazy.
Listen, my love. I am sick and tired of you. Are you not tired of being overlooked? Are you not tired of walking somewhere and literally no one looks at you because you are just plain? You're just average. You're one of the average people. I will in this video show you how to stop being ugly. I'm not saying any of you are ugly. I'm just saying stop being ugly.
She got caught up in a scandal because she met a man. They got engaged.
Within?
I think it was like 7 months. And she was 4 months pregnant in this relationship. And she got cheated on. Being super fair, they'd met 4 years prior, but both of them started dating other people, so they stopped talking.
I don't care.
And then...
Yeah. I don't care. It's 7 months.
Okay. Ordinarily, she's just a 26-year-old who made a really dumb fucking decision. A lot of people make those decisions. And normally, if someone's going through having just been cheated on, you would just think, go grieve, go spend your time, figure your life out, and then move afterwards. The issue is that she's a life coach who speaks like she has the answers.
Yeah.
She speaks with a certain level of hubris where she talks to young women and says, this is how you get what you want. This is how you get the man that you want, the marriage that you want, the life that you want.
Okay, so you clicked on this video because you want to be confident. Do you want to walk into any meeting, any room with all eyes on you? Do you want to attract that partner that you desire because your confidence radiates and they cannot do anything but be near you? Do you want to walk into every single room and have all eyes on you, even if you're just in your pajamas, because that's the energy you radiate?
A tremendous amount of confidence, and she influences all these people. And this is another case of the blind leading the blind. You don't wait any time before getting married. You get married incredibly young. You get married to somebody who's also a big influencer. If you look at any statistical number for people who get married in this age group, for people get married this quickly, the divorce rate is incredibly high. So listen to this.
Who said I love you first?
Oh my God. I told this woman that I loved her within 36 hours of knowing her.
This is your supreme dating coach.
I swear, guys, when I met Landon, immediately I thought I would want a family with this guy. And he also told me immediately when we hanged out in Santorini, I knew you were going to be my wife. He's like, I became so protective over you already because I knew this is my wife immediately when I saw you.
And I literally told her within 36 hours, I was like, look, this is going to sound like a lot, and I'm sorry because I know it's weird, but this is going to sound like a lot, and I'm sorry because I know it's weird, but I know I'm supposed to marry you.
The idea that you guys see this behavior, you don't think it's the biggest red flag is crazy to me. And the fact that you counsel people and you don't think this is strange is also crazy to me. Go ahead.
And the thing that happened is that if you look at her face, she's bragging. It doesn't matter how you look. You could be the most beautiful person in the world. When I said earlier, like months ago, that we throw certain words too much, and love is one of them.
Yep.
I love this. I love that. Oh my God, I love your shoes. I love the way you walk. I love the way you dress. There's no nuance. It's love. There is a difference between passion, infatuation, likeness, and love. All of those words are not love. Love is strong. Don't fucking throw that shit everywhere.
Him saying, I knew I was supposed to marry you is even crazier statement. How could you do that without knowing somebody? How could you just say, I know I'm supposed to be with you? Who is the you? What does you mean in this situation? How do you even know what you is?
Okay, Jordan Peterson.
Thank you. I like that.
Do you believe in God? What do you mean do? What do you mean you? What do you mean believe? What do you mean God?
But it's a serious question.
Like when someone says, I'm supposed to marry you, don't know me. How could you say that?
We are not making fun of Jordan Peterson over here. We actually like and support and read the books and go for certain, like, it's good. We're for it, but that was definitely funny.
Yeah, no, I was kidding, but it's a valid fucking question. I don't know you.
Facts. And I'll also say, the worst part of all this is you guys are bringing a child into this world. It's one thing if you just want to engage in dumb fucking love. That's one thing. Y'all bringing a kid into this fucking weird dynamic yours. So yeah, you deserve extra amount of criticism. So let's go listen to some of her advice on how to receive princess treatment.
If you've already told him that your exes were so bad and they mistreated you, don't worry. What you can do now is you make your man believe that either your friend, your sister, I don't know, some female in that you know is getting treated so well by her boyfriend, by her partner, by her husband. You should say like, oh my God, my friend, she literally, like, she's always taken care of by her husband or her boyfriend. He always does everything for her. Oh, he just bought her this and that. See how men are.
So I need to interrupt and just say something before I forget it. To be honest, I've looked into this part just up until this part. And when I stopped more or less exactly here, something came to mind. I don't remember her name, but there was this young woman recently who, from the States, also had a YouTube channel. She's a dating coach. She was in this super successful relationship and things just came up so fast. And she had kids previously, but he was just this perfect sweetheart, moved in with him. So like everything just fast, but yet perfect. And she's talking about this and she's been sharing a very like hypergamous dating idea or how to get that, like all these super extreme ways in some points, I must be honest. Not that necessarily all the stands that she took were wrong when you talk about talking about like a man should or women would love if men would court them and all that pursuing stuff. We get that, people would agree to that, but there was something about it, if you know what I'm talking about, you would get what I'm saying. So anywho, that woman unfortunately ended up in a bad situation. Now her situation was really a bad situation. I do not know in terms of truth or false because I did not keep on following what happened, but people who know why I'm saying it's a bad situation. The claim at least is a very disgusting and bad situation. We are still hoping that nothing happened. Well, there's something about this YouTubers, dating coaches, that they like to sell this ideas of hyper glamorizing things or creating a scenario around things that maybe are not even so. I remember that other woman saying, oh, if he should ask you what profession do you have, don't tell him like if you have just an average job, tell him you work as some kind of assistant for a CEO. I mean, could be making it up, but you get what I'm saying. Like just pretend to be something, sell yourself. And in this case, this reminds me as well, like taking someone else's scenario. There's nothing wrong about saying, oh, I would like to have this experience. I'm inspired by someone's experience. That's actually what we all do. We see something, we get inspired, we want to have that experience as well. But there's something iffy about, lying and creating a scenario. And to be honest, I want people to understand you need to be careful what you wish for. You might be seeing someone's relationship all glitz and glamour, but is that really true? Is that really the case? I'm not talking down on good relationships, don't get me wrong, because I definitely value good relationships. But these focusing on the superficial part of how does the relationship appear, and then you're like, oh, my friend is getting this, my friend is getting that, my friend, but who knows how or what they had to do or how much that man had to give, or we do not know, so be careful with that.
Is competitive. They're very competitive. So if you tell a man that your friend is being taken care like this, then their competitive nature comes up and they're like, okay, this is what I'm competing with. Even if I mention to my man, like,
that to me actually doesn't make sense, because it's not like he's directly competing with another man who might be interested in you're just telling him, oh, my sister's boyfriend, cousin does this. What does he has to do with that? I don't know if that really makes sense.
friend, she got these pair of shoes and I love them. He literally buys them for me the next day. Like, it's a competitive nature that they have.
I think that works just by telling your partner, hey, honey, I saw these pair of shoes. I really love them. Could I get them? Could you help me? I think that would work the same way.
I'm going to do an update on a quote that I said a long ass time ago. The quote was that if you lead with cheese, you're going to end up with rats. The update is do an update on a quote that I said a long ass time ago. The quote was that if you lead with cheese, you're going to end up with rats.
One more time.
I'm going to do an update on a quote that I said a long ass time ago. The quote was that if you lead with cheese, you're going to end up with rats. The update is if you follow cheese, you're probably going to end up in a trap.
It's a good line. It's a bar. It is a crazy thing to try to teach people how to lie to their partners just so that they can spend more money on them. It is a crazy thing to try to manipulate your partner by mentioning people that don't even exist who are being treated so financially well to try to get your partner to spend money on you. And just think, why are you engaging with advice or behavior that if your partner found out would make him upset? Do you think any man is glad to hear that women are listening to this kind of shit and learning how to manipulate them to spend more money? Do you not recognize how disrespectful it is to do this kind of stuff and learn this?
Yeah, and that I totally agree. And not only that, I think in so many cases it actually puts women in a bad position, right? There was this one girl, sorry, I don't know the name, some TikToker in that case. She literally creates content where I froze the video, such a bad moment.
So you can
manipulate. She creates content on how to scam man, how to put yourself in a bad position, like risking your life, risking your health, not knowing who you're meeting up with for some random dinner, for some random bags, and doing this like with multiple people, saying it out loud. It's such a hustle, such a stupid waste of time. But in her mind, she thinks she's, I just don't get it.
Manipulate the person you're supposed to arrest.
Manipulation.
Okay, right? Do you know, think about it, ladies. I want you guys to put ourselves in our shoes. Imagine if men were taking advice from a podcast in order to learn how to manipulate you into doing the things that he wanted. Would you not feel betrayed by this kind of advice?
Manipulated.
Bro, I like nipple play, so you keep saying this shit. It's just like, stop putting weird things in my head.
With me. Before we start this meditation, I need you to realize that money is neither good or bad. It is you who controls what you can do with the money. The more money, the more it amplifies who you are. Money is comfort. Money is a beautiful source and can help lots of people.
This is shit. What is this?
I need you to realize that you deserve to live a good life filled with as much money as you desire.
Now I get it. I was totally confused for a second. I thought, is this advertising? Did I miss something? This is part of her content. So now, you guys, I don't have no idea about how her content really runs, but there's something, it might be a different and a topic on its own, but there's something so strange about this manifestation, weird circle stuff that is going on? Is it just me that thinks it's weird?
It is not bad to want money. Money is a way to a comfortable and easy life. A life we as humans naturally desire and deserve.
The guys would always, and everyone, like my relationships, the guys would always worship the ground that I walk on, literally make sure that I'm always okay in every aspect of my life. And then I was thinking to myself, why is it that everyone is always obsessed with me? My mom.
Of course, he's gonna say "I love you" within 36 hours. Everybody is so obsessed with me.
Absolutely.
Why are you obsessed with me?
Come into your life or get to know you, they are like parasites. They do not want.
Oh, parasites? That's I didn't expect that, because that's like but look, there are people who have this grace or just charisma. They're beautiful. They come into the room and they, just fill the room. That is definitely true. And if you have
really
that, I think that is
about,
beautiful.
okay, why
that is a
is
blessing.
this? So I started to analyze my behavior. And I think I understand now. I think it's scary because it can become dangerous as well, like stalkers and things like that. I think it's scary because it can become dangerous as well, like stalkers and things like that. But in the same way, you can use this to your advantage. So in this video, I am going to share with you why I think everyone becomes obsessed with me, so people can become obsessed with you, if that's.
Oh man!
And this is
I guess the problem is I actually thought maybe this could go somewhere, but now with the ending part itself, it just made it so bad. In the sense that you even add all the stalking and all the weirdness, and I don't know, I feel like people should be careful with obsession, right? It's beautiful to get admired and attention and, be liked and all that good stuff, but obsession, I don't know.
just some highlights about some of the advice that she gives to
Bless
people.
her heart.
I heard that you don't know how to get spoiled by a man. And I heard that some of you, and honestly, my heart breaks every time I think about this, are paying for a man. I know that you guys need my help. That's why I'm here. If you are already in a relationship and your partner, he didn't spoil you yet and you want him to start spoiling you, just tell him, like, I really would appreciate it if you gave me some money, like an allowance. And with my mom, her ex-husband, he knew if he worked or if he didn't work, she would still continue to provide and stay because of the children. I need women to understand that men will say they want good women, but good women never get rewarded. It's always like, oh, I want a day one girl. I want a girl that has been there from the beginning. But those women get literally later on cheated on.
Well, at least she got the bags.
What bag? You mean the bag that carries a baby? Just keep watching. Let's keep on.
Oh yeah, I know that brand. It's called Placenta.
Hi guys, I want to share a manifestation technique that my therapist actually taught me. I am so grateful for my beauty. Can I please have more? I would like to have more. I write down, I am living in this country. My partner is this person. My partner spoils me and buys me everything I want. I am a successful YouTuber. I wrote everything that I wanted down as if it was happening right now. 1 year later, I'm living exactly the life that I wrote down.
Yes, cheated on and impregnated by a man who was supposed to be your fiance.
That's rough.
Glad that you wrote that down.
That's rough.
Don't think that those luxury things are what you should strive for, because at the end of the day, luxury items are just people that were very good at marketing a product. That's it. luxury items are not special, and they also don't validate you. I think it's actually very insecure if like people only focus on having luxury items and showing off that they have it. Like,
Let's go look.
Okay, wait. I think we need to go back a bit because there was something so interesting that she said. And I just think people could get caught up with that, or someone could find themselves in that situation and thinking, oh, I'm the so called good girl and nothing turns out for me, or he even would cheat on me, so I rather just turn out being the bad girl. You know what I mean? No, that is not true because the reality is, unfortunately, we're not making fun of her, right? But as I said, if someone else decides to do whatever they want to do to disrespect you in that moment, or, without taking you into consideration, they will do it. And that can happen to the most beautiful, to the most wealthy, to the most successful, to the most known. That can happen to anyone. That could be the baddie who thinks I'm running the show. You could get cheated on if, do we need to explain that? No. I'm just trying to make that clear. So let's listen to that for one more time. Was it here about
The advice that she gives to
Bless
people.
her heart.
I heard that you don't know how to get spoiled by a man. And I heard that some of you, and honestly, my heart breaks every time I think about this, are paying for a man. I know that you guys need my help. That's why I'm here. If you are already in a relationship and your partner, he didn't spoil you yet and you want him to start spoiling you, just tell him, like, I really would appreciate it if you gave me some money, like an allowance. And with my mom, her ex-husband, he knew.
I think this fun thing with the